Hi, and welcome back to Money Matters. We're here, as I said before, with Stacy Mottley from the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited. And we're going to talk a little bit about money as it relates to children and education. So, Stacy, tell us, why would the credit union be interested in young people and in children?
Well, at the credit union, we recognize that children are our future.
Right.
Today's children, they are future citizens of Barbados and by extension, potential members for our credit union. And so we just felt that it was important for us to begin to have a relationship with them at an early age, from as young as primary school into even secondary school, so that we can start to influence some of their financial decisions for the positive, because we really need to have a financially literate Barbadian population in the future.
Yeah, that is indeed true.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that you guys are interested in developing the financial future of the children of Barbados. So what has the credit union put in place to achieve this?
Okay, well, a few years back, we have established what we would have called initially the Youth Savers Program. And then more recently, it is now referred to as our Thrift Club program. We like to refer to Thrift Club as a one-of-a-kind savings program for children. And we say one-of-a-kind because it is, yes, a savings program, but we take it a little further and ensure that there are some benefits and opportunities for young people through this program. So there are quite a few activities that happen for them throughout the year. There are annual activities such as our Christmas party and so on. Then we have established a young adult executive committee, which is referred to as the Thrift Club Executive or advisory board of young persons who would give feedback to the credit union from time to time in things regarding things that matter to them, to young people, because young people have a lot to say, and this is a forum for them to be able to say what concerns them about money. And it's not just about us sitting in a boardroom, for example, and deciding what products or services young people want or what they need to know about, but essentially for us to hear from them and ensure that we address any concerns that they have.
All right, so tell us then, what are some of these benefits of being a member of the Thrift Club? Okay,
well, the benefits would, of course, initially there's a savings account.
Yes.
And on the savings account, we offer just a slightly higher interest rate for the children, above the regular rate. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, there's the Thrift Club Advisory Committee, which is an opportunity for leadership skills, for the children to develop leadership skills, which is always something that is always a very heartwarming to see once we start with these kids over a period of time, how they really have grown and developed. There's the networking opportunity that they have as well, because they come together quite a few times throughout each year. So they get to meet other Thrift Club members. We have our Easter workshops for the teens, and that Easter workshop is now something that we've had over the years for just about 1 week in the Easter holiday. But at the end of each session, the children actually want more. And can you imagine what it must be like for the fact that they want to have more after the end of 1 week, because children tend to prefer during their holidays to stay home and maybe watch television, but they're asking, and their parents calling from the beginning of the year asking, are we going to be having the Easter workshop each year? So that is one of the highlights of the Thrift Club calendar. Then, of course, we have, apart from the networking opportunities, we have our summer camps, which is another popular activity throughout the year because parents appreciate the opportunity to have a safe environment for their children. And again, with all of that, there's the opportunity for them to learn about money. Because everything that we do, while the SGM may be in regular arts and crafts and so on, and tours, there's always the aspect about money and financial literacy in there as well.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. So what exactly about the Easter workshop that makes it so irresistible to these children?
Well, the Easter workshop is developmental. We always have a very interactive 1 week session with them. I think that is what makes it very memorable for them, because they learn, but in a very relaxed environment. So, and the topics may vary from things like conflict management, but then it's just not sitting and being told about conflict management. It is very practical. So they get to practice on one another, go through skits and different cases and those kind of activities. But then it's money again, and they will have their opportunity again to talk about money, perhaps on how they feel about money, and how they perceive money, particularly as it relates to how they may hear their parents interacting about money and interacting with money. So it's a learning opportunity for them. And I think, you know, the key concern for me or us at the credit union is for it to be interactive and fun, because I think that's the way they really would remember whatever they're taught. So another benefit of Thrift Club membership is the fact that we do offer annual academic awards, scholarships, and educational grants to our membership as well. And the academic awards are offered annually in the categories 11+, CXC, CAPE, and government exhibition, scholarship, and exhibition winners.
Right.
What happens is initially there must be a membership existing for at least 2 years with the credit union. And then there are specific minimum account balances that must exist as well in the current examination year. Okay. So for example, for 11+, membership must exist for at least 2 years prior to applying for the academic award or sitting the 11+ exam. And then there is a minimum balance that is required on the account as at May 31st of the current examination year. So there's that minimum balance for 11+ is, for example, $250 at least on the account as at May 31st of the current examination year. Once you meet that initial set of criteria, you would submit your 11+ results to us, and within the deadline that is set and communicated during the period of time that we're open to receive applications. And you submit those results, and we review the applications based on the criteria that is established now in terms of, and you should note that it is really, for example, again, with the 11+, it is top 10 girls, top 10 boys. So there are 20 awards in total each year to our members. Okay. And then there's criteria that we go further into to review the applications.
Okay, we're going to take a short break with Kick Energy Drink and then be right back with more Money Matters.